What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dream Theater Iceberg, baby! And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's like nighttime and I'm pretty damn tired right now. Just got done doing all of my homework, 40 question math quiz, 2 hours of note taking, it was not my definition of fun, but hey, apparently someone's got to do it. I've done this 2 times already, where it's like I start these Iceberg videos just complaining about school, finding a reason to complain about why it's terrible. So I think I'm just gonna make it a trend. So every single one of these Iceberg videos that I do, I'm gonna find a reason to complain about school because I'm drowning here. I need help. Please help me end my suffering. I have no time to myself anymore. I got a job, I got school, and I got YouTube, and I got a whole bunch of other shit going on. Please help me. I'm doing okay though, don't worry about me. Alright, so without further ado, let's go on to level 3. The concepts on this level range from, like, if you listen to the band pretty regularly, you probably haven't heard about some of the stuff on this list. If you're just a regular listener, items that I have listed here probably are going to be new to you, so that's cool. We're getting into the nice stuff, and that glare on my glasses is disgusting, but I have to see what I look like in the camera, because this is an actual camera now. It's not just my phone. Yeah, we're slowly progressing to high quality, almost reaching 100 subscribers. Let's get there. I want to get there already. Alright, so the first item we got here is the Octavarium album artwork, baby. So more Octavarium lore at play here. So this one is a little bit interesting. The artwork on Octavarium, I'll put it somewhere. It'll be right here, blocking out that Stratocaster back there. It has these balls and these, I forget what you call these balls, but like these big metal balls, the ones where like, big metal balls that swing back and forth and hit each other, and there's also birds in the middle. And some nice like Windows XP scenery in the back. So yeah, that's what it's looked like, but let me tell you why it's cool. So the whole album, of Octavarium has a lot of different Easter eggs, and one of them is playing with the idea of 8 and 5, and I'll explain this to you. So what we got here on the front cover, we have, if you were to open the full thing, you would have 8 big metal balls, and then you would have 5 birds in between the big metal balls. And yes, I'm going to keep saying big metal balls like that, so if you don't like it, get out of here. And then you got 5 birds in between, representing what I believe to be the black keys on the piano, while the big metal balls represent the white keys on the piano. I'd have to match it up. Maybe I can do it in editing, or I'll just cut this part out entirely if I'm wrong. The power of editing, life as a content creator. If you make a mistake, you can just edit it out. Maybe this channel shouldn't have been made in the first place. But yeah, so that's what I believe. It's kind of representing the keys on a piano or keyboard, whichever one you like to take inspiration from. But yeah, other than that, there is a lot of play with the ratio of 5 to 8 at play here. I mean, just think about it. Dream Theater has 5 members. The album has 8 songs. Physical CD of the album is a 5-pointed star and is inlaid with an 8-ball. And there's many more examples that you can find out on the internet. I'm not going to list them all here for the sake of time. I've already taken up 4 minutes, and I want to go to bed. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to get in deep here a little bit, as much as I can. But yeah, Octavarium, tons of Easter eggs. This is just one of them that not a lot of people know about. I didn't know about it until I did my research for this level. Alright, the next one we have here, I kind of talked about this in level 1 when we talked about Liquid Tension Experiment. Well, we're going to talk about Liquid Trio Experiment. I mentioned it briefly in the first video. So basically how Liquid Trio Experiment became a thing was John Petrucci, the guitarist, actually had to leave the group because his wife went into unexpected labor. So yeah, he he was becoming a daddy. So that's really nice. And that's about it. That's just kind of where it came up from, is Liquid Trio Experiment, because that only left 3 other members. Jordan Rudess, Mike Portnoy, and the other guy, I'm blanking on his name. They even had a compilation released as Liquid Trio Experiment, under the name Liquid Trio Experiment. So yeah, it's pretty standard. You know, even though we're on the deeper level and not a whole lot of people recognize this stuff, a lot of the concepts on this level I found to be pretty simple. It's just, this is kind of the level where people start to like drop off maybe and not know exactly what these concepts are, know nothing about them actually, what these people are, what is going on about them. The next thing I have is the Constant Motion solo. And Constant Motion is a song off of Systematic Chaos. It's great. Ziggy, what are you doing in here? Come here. Come here. Want to say hi to the camera? Ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, the little demon has returned on the channel. She'll eat your soul. Won't ya?
Every second you're not running, I'm only getting closer.
Well, that's not very nice. You smack talker. Your breath stank. Breath stank, dog. Get back down there. Ugh. I got nothing for you. Go! Go to bed. Go! Go. Sleep. I got no more food for you. No more souls. You can't eat a human being every single day. Demons, am I right? Alright, Constant Motion solo. Like I said, this is a song off of Systematic Chaos. It's really cool. One of the more simple songs from Dream Theater's catalog. It's kind of like their pop metal song off of that album. And it's really cool. I like it a lot. Now, talking specifically about the solo, I'm not sure what they were trying to get at with this here. I think that they were just trying to shed some light on it because it is a very impressive solo. It's one of John Petrucci's best. You could literally say that about any of his solos, though. All of his solos are so good, but this one is really cool, and just the way it moves with the song is really awesome. It starts kind of slow and like odd and like kind of groovy. In the middle, and then it just hits this blazing fast speed, and I'll play some clips of him playing it here. He's just goes absolutely wild. Oh yeah, and another thing is that the drum part behind it, I feel personally, is super underrated. It is Mike Portnoy. He knew what he was doing, man. He knew what he was doing. I love Mangini, but Mike Portnoy, man, you cannot replace that guy. You just cannot, man. You cannot. I'm a stan. Chris Collins. This is okay. So we talked about Da Vinci, or however you say his name in the last video, the first singer of Dream Theater. Well, Chris Collins is the band's very first singer, back when they were first called Majesty, and we talked about that in the last one too, how they were, before they were called Dream Theater, they were called Majesty. So yeah, so he was their very first singer. He actually grew up with John Petrucci, John Mayung, and Kevin Moore. And I believe they went to college together as well. Yeah, so he sang when they were still in Majesty, and you might be wondering, well, what the hell happened to him? Well, the harsh reality is that he just wasn't that good. You can actually go, that'd be spoilers for next topics on this list, so I'm not going to get into it. But, well, I guess it's not really a spoiler. Okay, I was going to say it. If you go and listen to the Majesty demos, you will hear him, and you will hear why he was kicked out of the band. Because, yeah, the band was just kind of like, dude, you suck. Actually, no, that's not what happened at all. I'm just making jokes. He actually left because he knew he wasn't good. He had a self-conscious mind that was, not full of pride. So he was like, I'm not doing any good in this band. I'm just gonna take off, and that's exactly what he did, and You know, I hate to say it, but thank God. I'm not sure what he's doing today. I probably could have done a little bit more research on that, but I think at the time I was just kind of like, just gotta hammer this one out. But yeah, the band's very first singer. Okay, let's move on to... I'm gonna sneeze. This is gonna fucking hurt. Oh! The fuck was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the Astonishing. I smacked the sneeze back into me. It actually worked, weirdly enough. So I guess if you ever have a sneeze, just take a ruler, bend it like this, and then hit it against your nose. I guess that works. I don't know what prompted me to think of that. I just think I'm way too damn tired to be doing anything right now. Okay, the Astonishing. I've also talked about the Astonishing on the first level when we hit the concept albums. The Astonishing is, I believe, the second concept album, because I believe Dream Theater only has 2 that actually tell a full-fledged story. And the Astonishing tells a pretty long story, you know, 2-hour-long album. I said all of this back in the first level, but I'll just reiterate it. It follows a dystopian wasteland, or just kind of like a dystopian world where rebellious people are fighting with the power of music, rebelling against the machines who are making disgusting, awful music out in the world. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video or not, but it was so long and so like in depth that it actually had a novel based off of it that was co-written, or was it written entirely? I don't remember. It was written by John Petrucci. So, yeah, if you ever want to do some reading, I guess you can check that out if you're a Dream Theater fan. I know I will someday. I still gotta get through Dark Tower, though. Just finished The Wastelands. It was a really good book, man. Really good. On to Wizard and Glass. Hopefully it keeps moving. Why can't I make one video without spewing out other ideas for other videos I want to make? I can't get through one video while staying on topic. Okay, Rudess solo album. So Jordan Rudess, the current keyboard player for Dream Theater, has solo albums, as you know, many of these fine men do, I guess, who are very talented. I'm not jealous at all. Jordan has a solo career, basically. His popular albums you can find include Feeding the Wheel, The Unforgotten Path, and Wired for Madness. I haven't listened to a whole bunch of his solo work, I'll be honest. It's never really reached out to me or spoke to me like Dream Theater or like even John Petrucci's solo work. Maybe that's because I'm not a piano player or a keyboard player. It just hasn't really reached out to me. But yeah, he has a solo career, so go ahead and check him out. He actually has a lot of albums. I know I only listed 3. But he is still very active on his own to this day. I believe Wired for Madness only came out like a year ago, or maybe 2 years, I don't know. But yeah, so definitely go ahead and check him out. Alright, and going on with the whole solo album trend, we have Labrie solo albums. So James Labrie, the band's singer, also has solo albums, baby. Yeah. He worked alongside with fuck these names. Matt Guillory. I'm gonna say it like that. Matt Guillory. To make 5 solo albums under his own name. And you can find those on Spotify. I'm not gonna act like an advertisement for you, I'm sorry. So James would sing while Matt played keyboard and additional guitar for the albums. And I believe James is still pretty active to this day. I think he just put out some new material. But yeah, so if you get bored of Dream Theater, I guess go check out each member's solo careers. You could be inspired. Okay, so okay. Yeah, so this isn't as weird as it sounds. It's just weird how we have called it this. So the next topic I have here is musical masturbation. And no, this is not masturbating to Dream Theater. Okay, let me explain. Because if that was a thing, trust me, I would know about it. Let me explain what this means, though. So, in the music world, you have a whole, not a whole lot of people, but there's a certain group of people who will listen to bands like Dream Theater, and they, Did I put up a phone? I'm so damn tired right now. Oh my gosh, I need 8 hours to myself, bro. So musical masturbation or musical wankery is a term used to describe bands like Dream Theater. And that term comes from people who usually don't understand what's actually going on with the music. They hear all these different notes and all these different rhythms and time signatures, and they think, oh, it's just complicated for the sake of complicated. They're just feeding into themselves. And in terms of Dream Theater, excuse my language, but that's fucking bullshit, okay? Yeah, I mean, some bands you can apply that to. Some bands definitely border on that really hard, where they're just kind of wanking themselves off with their instruments a little bit. But not with Dream Theater, okay? But yeah, so in terms of that, that's what musical masturbation means. And that's just been used to describe Dream Theater, although I guess there are some people who might like beating it to music or whatever, I don't know. Okay, so the next one I have is When Dream and They Unite. The worst Dream Theater album in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. So yeah, I talked about this one a little bit in the last level as well. We were talking about Dream Theater's first singer. So When Dream and Day Unite is the first Dream Theater album, okay? That was the first album released under the name Dream Theater, and it's actually, you can't find it on Spotify or any like streaming app or anything like that. You can find it on YouTube, obviously, but you have to watch like the actual videos. So, Ziggy! It's literally nighttime. What are you barking at? Really? What? Come say it to my face then. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, this album is definitely interesting the more you research it, and you can kind of see why it's really not that good. It was recorded very fast. It was kind of being rushed by the label that they were under. I mean, it's not only the label's fault, to be honest. Dream Theater just didn't really know, the members didn't really know at the time what they wanted to portray, I think. I think they were just, I mean, it's their first album. They were trying to experiment. I feel they were trying to find their sound, and obviously they would find that on the next album, Images and Words, pretty well. But this album had lackluster production, lackluster songwriting, really not good vocals, and what's interesting to me about this is that they actually didn't have that much of a following at this point, and yet they still pushed this album out under an actual label, which is crazy to me. They actually like didn't have a tour cycle for this album, I believe, so it was like they didn't even have any promotion. They just kind of put it out there. Getting their name out there, and then obviously Images and Words came out and kind of changed the game a little bit. But yeah, it's super interesting. It is considered their worst full-length album for the reasons I just described, but you know, I'm sure if I were to put out my first album, it'd probably sound like shit too. So you know, I can't crush on them too hard. Okay, so the last one I have here, and it's another pretty simple one. This is another episode that went by pretty quick, but like these concepts really are kind of simple to my knowledge. You know, if anyone knows anything more, let's have a conversation about it. Because I'm always willing to know more about Dream Theater, as always. But anyways, the last item I have here on my list is official bootleg demos. So these are demos that can actually still be purchased, and what these demos are is like full-length albums almost, but they're like demos, so they're like the production isn't as good. And I was talking about how it would be a spoiler to go back and listen to Majesty. Well, it's because there's actually a Majesty demo that you can still buy, I think, if you look in the right place, because they're official. They're all official, and I believe they had demos all the way up through, let's see, shoot. So I know they had them up through Awake. I'm just blanking on the album's name. The one with Peruvian skies. What is it called? Hey, let me research it real fast. Yeah, I can actually whip out my phone now, because I'm not using it to record. Yeah, so there's a good few of them. Yeah, so we got a demo series here. Yeah, so it looks like they have one, Falling to Infinity. They even got, okay, so they have them up all the way until Train of Thought, actually. And for those of you who don't know what a bootleg demo is, let me describe it real fast. So these bootleg demos basically are like an audio or visual recording that have not officially been released by the artist. So these haven't been released by the artist, but they are from the artist, and that's what makes them official for Dream Theater. And like I said, you can go listen to them right now. I don't even think you need to buy them. I think you can just go on YouTube and listen to them. Like I said, I think they have one for all of the albums up to Train of Thought, and like I said, there's even a Majesty demo, so you can go listen to like their very, very early stuff out there if you look around. Okay, so that's it for this one, guys. That one went by super quick. Yeah, this really nice. That one felt good, I have to say. Yeah. Let me know what you think of this new camera, by the way. I kind of like it. I like not recording with my phone. I was recording the Juniors video, and I had a face cam with my phone I was recording with, and then it just completely ran out of storage. Which, I mean, I knew was going to happen at some point, but I just didn't think it would happen, like, in the middle of recording. I thought it would happen some other time, when it was a little bit more convenient. But no, everything just has to be hard, and technology freaking hates me, man. I swear, it's a curse at this point. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to check out the last two levels that I did, and look forward to more coming. I am going to finish this series, I am. I'm just a slow worker, and I apologize, but yeah. I also have a lot of videos in the work right now, almost a little bit too many to balance, but this one is coming pretty quick, so don't worry about it. And you know, this one should be uploaded right after the hot sauce video I did, where we were all perpetually dying on the inside, quite literally. Don't fuck with hot sauce, and don't do those ones. I will never do it again. Look forward to more Iceberg videos, and look forward to more just regular content coming on the way. I'm thinking about investing into some studio gear as well. Maybe start recording some music or anything, maybe. I'm trying to find a way to combine music and YouTube together to make a more cohesive working and practicing environment, because I've been slacking because fucking school. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, you're awesome. Oh yeah, and we're almost at 100 subscribers, so if you know anyone who, if you know 3 people who would like to subscribe to a new channel and watch someone grow, please, I have a video idea for the 100 subscriber mile point. Please, just give me it already. It'll make me feel really good. Oh yeah, also, I forgot to thank someone for motivating me to do this video, because I've been working pretty hard, as I've mentioned a lot during this video. Life has been super crazy. Got my first job, started college again. It's been pretty wild. And this comment really made my day. Let me go see if I can find it. It was on the second part. And I just want to make sure I'm calling you out. Adam Contreras, I believe that's how you say it. So Adam, I'm just going to refer to you as Adam. Adam, you said can't wait for the rest of the series, and I gave that comment a big heart because it really made my day. And it really gave me motivation to pump this one out. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, Adam. Here's the third part, and expect more coming soon. Not only is it cool to look at my channel and be like, oh, I've almost reached 100 subscribers, but it's also cool to see something like that and be like, oh wait, you know, people are actually enjoying what I'm doing here. You know, definitely gave me a confidence boost. So Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Anyways, I'm gonna stop getting all sentimental and all this mushy crap. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop that fat like, baby. All that thumbs up in the chat. Yeah, double like it. Or dislike it, because I can still see that. You just won't be able to. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. You guys stay awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.